started around my city. You should come right with me, yeah. Feel me if you hear me sip water like a fish, sip box water to the gillies, yeah. This a new wave, this a takeover. Do it for the future, time to get a world a makeover. Time never stops, no the timing is not. Time to clean up the block. Streets been a mess, how can I breathe? Smoke in the air, pure gasoline. I see the news, see what you read. Change gotta come, put that on me and watch me educate. Yeah, we been could've started, but it's never late. Do it for my kids, yeah, let's set it straight. Do it for your kids, gotta set it straight. It's time to regulate, we need change now. We need solar, we need EV in the game now. Make it changes so the earth we know can stay around. Make it changes cause we had no time for playing around. Let's quit the playing around. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, work as a team. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, we going green. New car goes zoom, but it's quiet. You can hear me come and think I'm lying. If I said I'm perfect, I'd be lying. I can say I'm perfect, but I'm trying. I'ma give my all till I'm dying. I'm the new Captain Planet, here to make changes, not damage. World on my shoulders while I'm standing. I'm the new Captain Planet, here to make changes, not damage. World on my shoulders while I'm standing. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, work as a team. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, we going green.
Happy birthday to Grizz Oso. I got a cake and a girl for you. That's the best I can do at the moment. Happy birthday, my man. Hope it's been a blessed birthday for you. Good old Grizz. Says he's officially a senior. Striga says, I stopped having birthdays. I quit counting. I did. I forgot mine to my wife and kids. Happy birthday this morning. All right. It is now 11:04. Let's go ahead and get started. Find the right buttons. Always a button. Always a button. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Late. I've been sitting here talking again without a microphone. It's all these buttons, man. I'm telling you, there's lots of buttons. Welcome to Late Night Crypto Charts with Road Dog. This is the 11 p.m., I guess, weekend stream. This one, time slot seems to work out pretty well for weekends. Did do a live stream today at 12:30ish. Going to try to start doing something Monday through Friday around noon. Give that a go. I appreciate all you guys that showed up there. Wow. I think we proved, Strega, that you and I are not vampires today. I was really starting to wonder about you, though. Just throwing that out there. I am here watching the Bitcoin 1 minute chart like a fool because I have just been in a horrible short. Not horrible, it's just going nowhere. I mean, I got these juicy little levels, and I'm just not going anywhere, even with the crazy Degen leverage I got. I need a drop in Bitcoin, but the devil is holding it up there. It's the devil. The devil is holding it up there. The devil's moving average will not let my Bitcoin fall. And now it's trying to get a little bit bullish on me. I'm not really crazy about that either. So, my shorts may not play out, but to be fair, I broke the rules. Just playing the square of 9, and actually, it's pretty insistent, you know, to open along after it gets above this point. And I thought, well, that sounds like a good short opportunity, so down we came, and back up we are, and we're just in the middle, and dude, you would do me a big favor if you drop right now, Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I need you. I need you right now. I don't want to get stopped out anymore. I've been stopped out too much trying to play with you today. I'm tired of being stopped out, Bitcoin. I don't want to be stopped out anymore. I just need you to drop like a rock. You know you want to drop like a rock, Bitcoin. Baby, I'm down here. I'll catch you. I'll catch you at some good prices, baby. You just go ahead. You just jump out that window. You just let it rip. I know you've been feeling down anyway. You just might as well just go ahead and fly. Just see if you're meant to be, you're meant to be, and you'll soar. I just say, you know, I think you can fly. Here, put this little piece of paper on your tongue, and in a few minutes you think you will fly. But don't fly up. I need you to drop like a rock, like a lead balloon, Bitcoin. And here you are on the 1 minute, getting her ready to go all crazy with me with this golden cross. Bitcoin, I think you're in league with the devil right now. Or are you starting to hear the voice of reason, Bitcoin? Will the 10-second chart make me feel better, Bitcoin, to watch you drop? Will you drop for me, Bitcoin? And wouldn't you know it? She's showing up on the 10-second chart too. Just right up there. Is there no hope for this short? That is the inside of my mind. Back to scheduled programming. How is everybody feeling tonight? How we doing, man? Straker Grizz, what's up? Look, birthday cake. That's a great day, man. Happy birthday. If I could play the Beatles birthday song for you, I would. Vampire can wear sunblock, you know. Really? Man, I do have an allergy to sunlight. Like when spring gets here, if have been out of the light for a while, when I get out, the first time I'm exposed to light outside for a while, my hands and stuff break out. And then after that exposure, it kind of goes away or stuff. It's just weird. So, I guess I got those vampire genes. I don't know, man. It will drop as soon as you close. I know. That's just what it does. Bitcoin. Oh, it's not horrible. I've had good luck. I'm serious. I've been playing with the Gann Square 9, just on these small time frames, and I'm doing pretty well. Knock on wood, because when I say that, that's when things go to hell. But yeah, I put a little Bitcoin over there, and that's how I didn't win. Kind of sucked at trying to grow dollars, but the Bitcoin's doing okay. I think I'm up about 40% on my amount that I put over there for my account. I didn't put a huge amount because I'm not stupid to give it all away. Because I am doing some risky trading, but the Gann Square 9 just makes a lot of sense. I'm amazed, just amazed by it. Who knew it could be that easy? I mean, you do need to know a few other things to kind of safeguard yourself. If you don't know, the basics of TA, then just follow it blindly, then yeah. But if you get your basics down or got something to go by and say, oh yeah, I can kind of see that. So Bitcoin just kind of hanging out, doing what Bitcoin does. It's Friday, it's the weekend, and where we were last weekend, and it was just a little to the left, maybe up a little bit. I don't know, maybe down a little bit. We're just staying in this boring crab market. Crabby. Not a big fan of it, so that's what Bitcoin's doing. Screw Bitcoin. Let's look at something else. Total threes try to do a little bit, man. This is on the 2-hour chart. It's had a little bit of a bumpy ride. She's trying. She's got the 9 on the 2-hour. He got it on the 1 hour. It's promising. This is looking interesting. You're in a green cloud. That's kind of weird, but I've been seeing some weird stuff lately with these clouds, so not going to put it past it. On the 1 hour, we do have the 50 above the 200. Looks like lots are going to get a nice little pump here. It's starting somewhere, pretty soon. Yeah, I just don't like the shape of that. That's bearish shape. So that trend line breaks, it's down. We don't want to see that, but we got this weird kind of funky funk going on, and we may get a good attempt anyway. All right, guys. Chris says, I've been playing with the Square 9 also. Oh, cool, man. It's pretty wild. It really is. And I will sit down and actually read the rules for it. It just started making my eyes cross a little bit, so I didn't. So I'm not, totally backing, but from what I've used it and what I can see that it's doing, it's amazing. It does have just a number. And it says, and I've not been doing that, but the calculator says put in the current price. Now I've been putting tops and lows, and I go by that, but it works well with the current price too. I don't know how it knows, but we can get the same targets. It's weird as crap, man. I can't explain it because I haven't read enough about it. But it's been telling me on this, it's kind of in a dead zone because the buy and the short areas, it's wicked and got me a few times. And so that's how I got, so Wasn't too crazy about that. I mean, just right up to it, wicked and got me. So I'm giving it just a little bit more rooms on stops. But it, you know, technically I'm in between where I'm supposed to buy and in between where I'm supposed to sell, and that's why I'm going through this purgatory-like existence here in Bitcoin at the moment. So, just technically my fault. So, total 3. Well, we got Unibot over against Ethereum here. I'm expecting this little baby just to drop down a little bit more here. I'm looking about 0.329 on Ethereum, but it goes down there. I might snag up a few more. I don't know. We've kind of got this ugly looking possible head and shoulders. If we got a solid neckline. Are you going to draw a line for me today? You know, I see a neckline there, so I see a measured move, and that measured move takes us to some juicy areas. Just can't be down to this 1414 area. Oh, my 272s and my 414s are going to come into play. Oh. Hope there's no bad news coming out for Unibot to drive it down there, but it appears that's where she wants to go with Ethereum anyway. And I'm cool with that. I've got some of this on MEXC, and after I turn a little profit, I'll pull some out and put it back on my wallet, because I've got some on my Tangem wallet that I got through Uniswap, but that one's not in profit. That one's under. So I'm trying to balance it out without having to move that stuff around too much. So Uniswap, I like your Unibot. I like it. Unibot. Juicy targets between 0.011 and 0.022 ETH. Now I should have Unibot to USD. This is on MEXC. It is also over on BitUnix and some other exchanges. It's getting kind of spread out now. It's not easy to buy on Uniswap for me for some reason though. So Unibot over on MEXC. Well, maybe not quite in my buy zone yet. Not quite there, but headed there. And I'm trying to pick this baby up. I mean, we could come down to maybe $41, $42. Maybe. But I'm looking somewhere between 40, 50, flirting with the idea around 62. I'm looking at those ranges to kind of start just kind of probably just DCA into that, unless we come down and actually. What I'd like to do is maybe put a few, if I got the capital to put there, I've got limit order set down here, and just wait for them to hit and maybe even DCA a little bit. I think this one's got some potential for some gain since it's limited supply and everything, and we've looked at that before. So this is one that I'm thinking about holding for a little while. I mean, it got up to $245. It's down to what, 76 at the moment, and should be going lower. Come on, baby, come on down. So some alts are popping off, and then some of them are, you know, still dropping. Which is what we have with Bitcoin dominance, which, gosh, I hate to go back to these indices. I just want to see what they're doing. She's still dropping just a little by little. Got rejected by the devil, supported by the 200 so far. This will probably stick though. We got double support right here. Don't want you to stick, Bitcoin dominance. I need you to fall, man. We all need you to fall. Oh, we got Chef in the house. Hey, Chef. How's it going, man? Glad to have you here. Chef says he's done with birthdays. No more. It's true. You can't dodge them. So, Rune. Thorchain Rune on the 1 hour. Get a pullback definitely now. I don't think it's broken trend yet. Not technically, but it's... I can't see how she's going to avoid it with her being in this Ichimoku cloud like that, and other indicators indicating it's time for it to come down. So, wow, baby, where are you coming down to? So maybe down to the $1.50 area. Maybe. There's a lot of support here. Between 151 and 153. So I can't see this being a very huge drop. This may just be... Is it like a 236 retracement? That would be bullish if it is. We already kind of lost that, but regained it. If it bounces here, that would be good, but... Alright, we got to take a closer look. Make sure she's not about a Tifolus, because sometimes they like Tifolus. It's magic. I'm fooling you. Yeah, baby. She could pull off a Hail Mary. She could. So, if you're going to short it, or bail out of a position, I mean, definitely wait till you get a break of the trend line. Four hour. Yeah, 4 hours a little iffy. Do we see any bearish signs on these smaller time frames? Because if you're about to bounce, it'd be a good time to catch you. With this 200 being above this 366, that's still bullish, and that can give us a pull up. It's trying. It's actually trying. She's going to have to fight this one now, man, but there's some signs saying it may not work out. I'm looking for any sign you're about to freak us out and bounce up, maybe. And I'm just not seeing them. I think there's a chance she may fall through here. Okay, so you got to watch Rune a little carefully right now. She's a little toppy. There is bearish divergence here, which gave us this drop down. It looks like that may still continue to bring us on down further. So a drop to this area about 154 on Rune's kind of what looks like it's playing out in the cards here. Will it stop there? Well, I don't know. It's the weekend. I'd say we got plenty of time to get there and plenty of time to go lower if it decides to. Could make this little booger longer there, but it looks like it's going back about the 0.5 Fibonacci area, 50% retracement. Could come down to 618. Wouldn't doubt it. Could come down lower. I'm just a guy on the internet. I'm not your advisor. I am not your guru. Although there are many who would love to be your guru for a fee. They seem to be abundant. I love tacos too. I was hoping to find a dancing taco somewhere, but I hadn't found one yet. Going to make ice cream that's taco flavor. Interesting. Moving on down the list, because I got a list and I will go through it. And the list, these are a lot of the coins that I'm in. I've got bags in too, so. What are we doing here, baby? You trying to do something bullish? You trying to do something bearish? This is looking kind of weird, baby, on XRP. What are you doing? It looks like she wants to try to get a little bullish cross there on the 1 hour. A golden cross on the 1 hour. Maybe 50 cross on 200. That's usually a good sign. It's buy signal. Seems to be retesting a trend line area here. We got to zoom out on XRP. I was trying to get a little closer. Oh, or parabola. That's what we're testing. So not really a straight line that we're breaking there. It did already break a trend line. underneath it, it's not looking so good, but if it can get a bounce back above it, it might be able to. It was looking a little bit. The daily doesn't say so. The daily don't look that great. But yet there is some bullish divergence, sire. That says it wants to go up. Gosh darn it, XRP. Why you got to be so confused? There are some signs here that look like we could definitely get a bounce. There are also some signs here that look like technically, with the crossing, it should be bearish, but we reclaim it. We've already turned the 21 sideways. Kind of dodging that bullet. We just got the devil on top of us. She's right up there, sitting right on top of it. Wish I could make that moving average look like a ray of fire. So apparently that is now one of my new moving averages that I consult, because it seems to be very relevant. I don't know how to interpret that as far as, you know, my existential crisis, but jeez. So XRP, is it gonna, it could dump, it could easily dump. It wouldn't take much for the 21 to cross over the bear under here. It's finding some support there. Maybe we'll get a little lift up. I hope so. There is another trend line right there. They can give us some support down in like the 42. Well, the bottom of this trend line basically is where it could come to, and kind of screw up our nice little rounded shape there. XRP, Q&T is down in my buy zone because I think anywhere under $100 is a pretty good place to get it. 50 is really juicy, but I hope we don't see it too soon because that'll make my blags bleed that have been bought for $1.50. But if it does go to 50, well, I'll find a way to finagle some more. Finagle. Double bottom, huh? Well, we haven't really, well, we did wick lower, so. Double bottom's not exactly holding too well, making more like a bigger shape maybe. We're under the 200 daily moving average, so not great. Still, I think she's a decent buy zone. Except for this one down here in 85 is better, so, you know, if we get a chance, go grab it. I'm part North Mexican. Cool. Striga says I'm part taco. Striga's a nut. So VET, I think, is in a very juicy place. Could it go lower? Well, of course it could, and it would still be just as juicy, I think. Juicy as a taco. So, falling wedge in a bigger broadening pattern. Trying to get some support here, so we're trying. Broke out of the falling wedge and just rode its leg all the way down, and man, I hate it when that happens. So, got the breakout, but there's no volume. I mean, a little bit more than what we're used to over here, but nothing to keep us going. Volume just piddled away on us. VET, one of my bigger holdings. And I like to play this one against Bitcoin myself. In a Bitcoin area, I think it's in a good buy zone too. I think anywhere you're at 60 Satoshis, man, I mean technically anywhere under 80 is decent. Because you will see it get a lot higher, so. But still waiting for this breakout to hit these targets, although I'm not selling, I'm holding on to this little baby. I know what she does and what she's capable of, and counting on this one to help get me across that finish line. Satoshis last time, when was that, in March? Got up as high. This was when Bitcoin was going crazy at the crazy high prices. And this one got up to 452 Satoshis, 472 Satoshis. I'm cool with that. I like it. No problems with me. Naka. Holding strong, man. This has really been a strong one. So, nice rounded shape. Could there be a cup and handle? Technically, but I like my levels to kind of line up. I like my handles, my lips to be kind of lined up for best results. Cup and handles with crooked lips? I don't know. I think they just end up making something bigger. So to me, that's also, well, you could call it a falling wedge, but this big amount of space there kind of makes it play a little different, I would think. Doesn't matter, we're up, we're going up, seem to be still going up. Everything looks good for it to continue up as far as I can see. Not seeing anything that would just totally bring it down. It's trying to reclaim the weekly non-moving average. Nowhere near this Ichimoku cloud on the weekly. It's got some more upside. I'm looking 53, 61, 65 cents still at play here. Just that currently, I was going to say she was in a, yeah, technically he is falling wedge. Let's make a spike up there. But we did break a trend line and going to the upside. Looks promising. Naka, I like it. It was a hard bag to build, and I want to build more, but she just started taking off from 27, 28 cents. So I was getting in here, and I don't plan on leaving anytime soon. Not yet. FET trying to retest this trend line. We got to take a closer look at that. Most definitely. So we'll take it from the wick to the candle tops up there, and this is what I got with a breakout. Okay. So a chance to come back down to those areas. Will it? Well, no, it's starting to look a little bit bullish. Do need to hold this level, trying to maintain price above it. We're dropping right now on the daily, but just a correction to the 21 on the daily as far as I can see, which means, oh my gosh, there she is again, right there, just waiting. But it looks like the 200 is getting ready to cross that little baby, and so far that's been proven to be a little bit bullish. So cool. May see 22.3 cents out of this little baby. I know we're definitely coming down. We're headed straight for the 100. Would not doubt if we wick down to the devil girl. So I think this area has got a really, really good chance to hold right through here. And that's 21 on up to 23 cents there. We're just a hair under 24 cents. Let's see if we got anything that can help us figure this out. She doesn't necessarily have to fall. Moving averages suggest that she will fall. Ichimoku cloud suggests that she will fall. But currently it's fighting to hold this trend line. Now, of course, if it does break the trend line, there may be more juicier prices than this. I'm just putting this at the moving averages because that's kind of like a wall of resistance in this area. Is that the 50% range? I mean, by the fibs, this is working out. By the trend line, I don't trust it. I'm looking more for down in these areas when I see something break a trend line like that. So, I would watch that. I think you might be able to get a better deal somewhere around 18 to 19 cents. It sounds bearish. We're talking about alts possibly going up. Price looks like it's doing good. I think if it finds support here, we do have a chance going up. But it looks like it's going to be a leg rider, is what it looks like. It looks like we're going to get that little animal that breaks down and then comes back up and kind of rides up through here. And we may get a double top out of that. We have to look for divergence as that forms, but I'm going to predict this, although just as easy could just fall flat on its face. Because there's no way to know for sure what will happen. I do see it in a trend, so coming down here at 618 makes some sense there too. So does that when we extend it to the wicks. Got to watch and see. We get a bounce here or a bounce there. Either way, this one's a great one to DCA into for a long-term hold, I think, and great prices around here to do that on the drops. Ego has been a disappointment to me. I've lost faith in this coin because they cannot figure out who they are or what direction they're going to. Now they are Multiverse X. They were Elron. They were all kinds of things. They've done things for their token supplies, and I don't know, man. No, I've got a bag of it. I was hoping for long term. I bought it much higher than what it is now, and I'm just not seeing much come from these guys. Obviously, this is a target at 88. Would love to see it hit. Falling wedge. Finding the bottom. I mean, that's cool. There's a little bit of bullish divergence that may get us a bump up. Don't know if it'll get us out of the wedge. Thing about wedges is that they can stay in that pattern until they feel it about 75% of the way. So we could see it go all the way down through here. And staying within that pattern, we could see it get down to 19 cents before it decides to break out. Just how they kind of work. So nice area to try to break out, if you will. I don't know. It's still a little bit bearish. Not quite ready for that turnaround just yet, but there is some divergence there. There's some playing out. She still may get another drop down a little bit before it kicks in. If she does fall, 23.64, maybe falling $1, but she's trying to get a little bit of a bounce there. But there is some divergence there indicating that it should reverse trend here before long. So we got that. A0 looks like it. Ooh, she took a hit. She hit my bargain area. The bargain area, the 1272, baby. Such an awesome one. We had this, but this was where I was saying bargain. She may still come down here. It may not be over. We had a trade set up. Clearly, that did not work out. Boom. It looked so awesome if it would have done what it was supposed to have done. It didn't do what it's supposed to do. That happens. That's what stop losses are for. So that trade setup is bonk. Now I'm sure all these levels still have a degree of validity, but one doesn't play out, I think it's best to start all over. So we have a little bit of new data here. that works. Still basically that same dang falling wedge. I was on the last one, so we got on A0 too, right? Okay, got that. So A0, are you getting ready to do something? It looks like you're trying. She's trying to get a break up through here. Got a little green in the Ichimoku cloud. Get the 21 crossing the 50. That will be our little bump to the upside. Would we consider that a flag? It doesn't look very flaggy to me. It just looks like a trend. Still, you could still get that AB equals CD move. So there's a possibility of a measure move taking us up to 86. Sure, that would be welcome. One hour's above the 200. That's cool. Got the little buy signal here saying, hey, time to buy. I think it's going to struggle a little bit, but hey. I just keep holding. I like that. I like that a lot. So finding support on this trend, trying to flip it, that's a good sign right there. Also gives us right up to that area too. Let's go ahead and mark it at 87. Possible. Of course, you're going to have some resistance here at 82. Count on it. This is a wild play. It's on Algorand. Actually, it's called Opulus. A music NFT play. I am taking a chance on this one as a long-term hold. I actually think this one can do something big. And it is kind of a lottery ticket play. It has some great prizes though. But, anywhere from 4.4 at this bottom price that we had here up to 5.8 I think is a good place to try to accumulate some of this. I've got mine put to work over on the platform. It's kind of a cool concept. You can actually, and there are a lot of artists that are joining on, but it's a way for them to put the royalties up for collateral. There's a way for you to get ownership of part of those royalties, and you get royalties from their songs as long as they're doing that, right? As long as they have the loan out. So it frees up capital for them and then gives you return on whatever, the success that they have from whatever the release. It's just interesting. And artists do need something because record companies suck. A record company puts an artist under contract and then limits what they can perform. They can no longer perform. And they're stuck. So now they can't make music anymore because they're under contract. They can only do what the record company allows them to do. Sucks all the life out of your musical career. And I'm gonna drop you like a rock. So looking at she don't look bullish now. She's coming down to the downside. Opulus, just one I'm interested in. You don't have to be. Zen is getting destroyed. This has 723. Horizon. Now, this is one that Grayscale has in... Well, they have a Horizon fund. So that's why... One of the reasons why it was piquing my interest. So I'm hoping that, the bigger money is at play too. And that they have plans for this. 814 is just going to be a headache for Zen. Definitely have to flip that. And that's going to be a little hard one for it. It's got some work to do. It's nowhere near ready to rock and roll, at least on the daily. Or on the 4 hour. Not saying anything too... I mean, if it gets a pump up, it's just a little bit up here and probably rejected. It's what I'm kind of seeing. I'm not seeing anything too bullish on this yet. Pull back, we're under the 618, so I think we've got a good chance to come down to $6. Astra, yay. You've been another disappointment for me, but maybe you're leveling out. This little guy went on a tear and then she just dropped like a rock. It's a digital ID thing, which is kind of freaky anyway, but you know that kind of thing is coming. Maybe that's with its unpopularity, or maybe there's just something going on with the project. I don't know, but she's down to 0.00296 cents. And I'm pretty sure I saw this sucker up at 7 cents before. It had a big old pump up here. Astra, you and me gonna have to have a little talk. You need to tighten up your game. Aave is at some interesting prices when you compare it to the high prices that it gets in a bull market. $670. Makes $56 look pretty dang cheap. She may be getting a little bit cheaper, but it seems to be hard for it to get past this $50 area to drop below it. If it does, oh gosh. I mean, it's a solid platform. I'm all for it. We got a wick down to $25, or $26. I mean, those are dream prices right there. $38 would be awesome. Anywhere under 50 on this one? Anywhere under 50. Here or below. Great places for this one. And they're building and they're growing too, and adding stuff that, the more institutional types are going to be in on this and using it. Not just that, but using it. They go over there to borrow money so that they can borrow Bitcoin so they can slam it down on the stock market and drive up their future. They play the game, and Aave gives them the platform. Looks bearish here with the 9 crossing the 21, so yeah, I'm expecting you to come down, baby. Where are you coming down to? Let's take a magical fib. She says here at 35. You heard it here first. Aave is going to 35.81. I don't know if it will or not, but the chart says that it's got a chance to, so I trust the charts as much as I trust Shakira's hips, because they don't lie. Might misunderstand them, might misread her. Read them. Maybe she wasn't really sending you that signal with those hips, Maybe what she was saying and what you thought she was saying wasn't the right thing, but she didn't lie about it. Maybe that's why you got slapped. I don't, Reading the charts is like reading a woman. Only I have more luck with the charts. Because, let's face it, you can never read a woman. Not really. If you find the handbook, you let me know where to download it. I've spent all this time just trying to find a simple little tool that I just keep losing. I need to get that little favorites thing. That's what I need to do. Note to self, get the favorite bar. Road Dog says, bye here. Already say. Oh, come on, man. Subject verb agreement. All right, Ave. A0. Striker says, I think everything's going to get cheaper. Well, the charts I'm seeing are saying they're getting cheaper. Of course, I mean, the weekend lack of volume in the market. But, yeah, I'm not seeing that bullish pop. He was looking bullish today. But on the bigger time frames, which are the ones that really count, they're still in trouble. Looking at Alex, it's over on the, I think, the Sachs chain. She's coming down probably to 33.86 cents. If this looks too easy, well, it's because it is pretty easy. That fib gets hit. It seems to be a good bottom indicator. And I'm still searching for a solid answer to explain how and why it works. Elliott Wave is the closest I'm coming up with so far. But Elliott Wave is very subjective. They don't really know where things are going. They just pick a fib level. It could bounce. It goes. It's kind of like what we all do. It can bounce here. Can bounce here. Can bounce here. So there's no definite answers. That's what I like about patterns. At least you got to measure move from your patterns and got a target. So it's one thing I like about them. Symmetrical triangles doing symmetrical triangle does, which is totally unreliable. You cannot trust them whatsoever. Break to the downside, break to the upside, break back to the downside. And that is a symmetrical triangle. I interpret this as being a range, so I'd look at this as a range between 5 and 15 cents, or maybe 3.3 and 15 cents. May take it a while to get back up to the top of that range, but we've got a little bit of a half area right here worth playing. Dotted line, dotted line. Dotted line. Okay. And then we got this area right here, which is not broken yet. But she wants to. She really wants to. Love to see it hold, but and it might flip-flop on me. May find support here, flip those, but it don't look like it wants to do it on the daily. I'm just saying, man. Got a little spike wick there. That might be a nice little sign. Always looking at that big thickening Ichimoku cloud. We have to keep a close eye, but maybe I'll try a double bottom here, but maybe it won't. Maybe you'll come up and then you slam down. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm looking at this as either being a range between these levels or breaking this range and coming down and hitting this juicy target, which I wouldn't mind getting some more there. I'm playing that over on the Stacks chain there. Might as well check out Stacks. I like it, and she's down. She's got some juicy areas on Stacks. Stacks, are you trying to make a comeback on the 4 hour? She's trying to do something. Oh, she really is. It's at a good spot. It could get rejected. It could definitely get rejected and go south here, but it's at a good spot to overcome 2 moving averages with 1 move and go flip bullish. And maybe make it up a penny before it gets gets rejected. It's trying to make some improvements here. Good old Staxy. Good possibility to get rejected right there. 50 and 52 cents. That'll be a little hurdle for it to get past. $41.29. Just in case things go the other direction. Good old Stacks. Might go down to 40 cents. That's the 414 area if it gets really dumpy up. It does look like she's trying to recover a little bit. I do like that about it. We're holding this area at 45 pretty well. Theta sucks. No, Theta's fine. It's just in sucky areas. Having a hard time flipping this area right here. So definitely need to get above 64 cents to start being a little bullish. Get a little bit higher than that. Really, it needs to get about 68 cents in my book. In my personal opinion, I don't think it will be very... I want to see it get above 68 where I feel more comfortable with it. It is a long-term hold of mine, so I've got a bag of this. It's just sitting there like a bag of milk. Do find support here. Now, the pattern that we're now in, we were in the wedge, now we're in this pattern, which is bullish. It's got a 72% chance to break to the upside. If it does, we're looking at this area right here, about 111. Maybe find the resistance at just a little over $1, but that I like. Marissa likey. I like that. I'm just going to say resistance. Because I do not know if it will get rejected there. Could. Might. Man, I'd love to see you get back up to the dollar stacks. So one of the benefits of having stacks, and one of the things I like, if you stake stacks with the X wallet, makes it easy to do that. You get rewarded in actual Bitcoin. So that's like a little bitty Bitcoin miner in my book. So I'm cool with stacks. I like stacks. I got it over there making some Bitcoin for me. It does take a long time to set that up and wait for the cycle things to come around and all that stuff though. Nextera, I like it. It was Alliance block before. A liquidity pool on the DeFi protocol, best I remember, was exploited, and Nextera did the right thing, and they took care of their people. Issued out a new token that's holding some value. Hasn't quite got the steam that Alliance block had. But when Alliance block was falling, I was catching falling knives. And then everything disappeared on KuCoin, and then a bunch of Nextera showed up. So I guess one of those low ball targets got hit, and then I got rewarded for it. So I'm cool with that. Even at these lows, it's worth more than what I got in on it. What I paid for it, I think. can't complain, but it's a hold for me. May not be for you, but checking out time. Had the big pump up, and then it bumped all the way back down, and this is why we say take profits, especially at this point in the market. I know. Seems like it's just going to keep going and going and going, or it may pull back just a little bit. Don't expect it to come back where it started, and that's the bummer. Of course, you know, I can't yell at you. I didn't take profit. I just let mine ride. I've got mine on a wallet. It's a long-term hold for me. I'm looking for bigger things out of it. But it would have been smart for me to have sold up here and buy back cheaper, but once I put them in the wallet, I get kind of lazy with them. I'll be honest. It's the ones on the exchanges I'm really focusing on. Time, I like it. I got all these targets up here that are just sitting there doing nothing, so I feel like it's a stupid setup at the moment. I mean, those targets are always valid, but they will have some relevance. But I want something that's more relevant, something a little bit more fresh. So I think we also got an opening broadening pattern here that may be a play. Could be looking at that. That'd shoot us all the way up here. So if and when there's another spike, maybe paying attention to that trend line might be able to help catch it. Some indicators like it for going up right now on the 4 hour. Don't quite see the move that I need to see yet, but it looks like it's going to try to recover the 9 moving averages there. Things are just looking bearish to me, man. I mean, they're trying, but they got decimated. Hit under these 200 moving averages. Nice pump. All right, chain. Definitely in a juicy buy zone. Actually, it went beneath my juicy buy zone. I still like it. I'm still working it. Still got it staking. But I'd like to know the story behind this big pump that pumped it up to $11 back in February. Well, we do know the story. It was the AI play, but some other things going on there too, I think. So we got this, so now we need to incorporate that into our trend line just to keep our head on straight. Not to get biased that something is any certain pattern. So we do have this juicy area that I still think is a great buy zone, but now my chart's all cluttered up. If you go down to -$2, that means who owes you money? I owe you or you owe me money? There is a little bit of bullish divergence there. Of course, it's been there for a little while. We've seen it there since August 9th, and we still haven't really got a big pop-up from it. I mean, we got some bumps up and everything. But we should be getting into bottom territory. We lost to 886, man. This area here on ORI chain, that's where we're finding support right now. Over here to the left, so far that's holding. Can't guarantee that it will keep holding though. Next level down would be 128, 129 in that area. Not a fun ride. Coming down to the 4 hours, see a little what's going on. A little finding some support. It's just all a matter of if it holds or not. A little bit of bullish divergence, but it's exaggerated. So it's a weaker form, meaning not the turnaround kind that I'm really wanting to see. A little bit here, giving us a pump up, and that's as much as we got. She's trying on the 4 hour to move up. So maybe it'll be a little bit up. Maybe it will confirm this area as support and then go sideways a little bit. Maybe we'll recover. Maybe 170 will be the lowest we go for a little bit. Maybe it's a local bottom. Maybe it's not. You're no help at all, Road Dog. It's the 2.7. There was past the 2.72. It's under the 414 from this swing low to that swing high. That's kind of a strong drop for you, actually. Just keeping my eye on it. See if she's actually going to turn around. She's showing signs that she wants to. Strega says time just keeps on slipping into the future. 4 hour does have some signs on this one. Okay. Maybe this will hold for a bottom. I mean, looking more close area indicators, money flow is coming to the upside. These indicators coming up on the 4 hour. Hopefully that's a good sign. The cloud's not got me convinced though, but maybe we got some hope there. Algorand at 9.6 cents. There's this old story that what gets wicked often gets candlestick. Will we see that algorithm? We're coming back down here to these areas, or the 8x6 of it, maybe? Algorand's actually trying to do something here, looking a little bit bullish. Just a little bit of bearish, just tiny amount. Looks like she's headed up to the 200 moving average, about 10 cents. Wow, it's going up a whole penny. I'm rich. Pay me an Algorand. So 4 hours looking a little promising. May not hit my buy zone, but it may. She's looking better on the daily, man, but this Ichimoku cloud just smells like rejection, man. But it looks scary to me. But she's trying. Okay, so, and on the daily, that moving the price at 10 cents is coming up with the 50 moving averages. If you notice that when you go from time frame to time frame, there will be another moving average right around the same place where a larger one or smaller one was on another one. Just kind of neat. So I can see 10 cents. I'm having a hard time seeing it get above there at the moment, but who knows? Ooh, Waves has got a little pump. It needs one because you've been just drugged through the ground. It's actually looking pretty strong here. If it can stay above the 200 moving average there's the devil. The Ichimoku cloud says this wants to rock though. Money flow coming in on the 4 hour. I'll flip to the daily here. Starting to turn around here. It's looking better. All right. I don't think it'll get a break out of this trend line. Might get a spike out. It seems to like to spike close to this 366, right? Probably a 320 or something like that would probably nail it. Makes me want to try an experiment here in a moment. On the daily though, we just don't have the bullish cross that we need of the 9 over the 21. So at the moment, I'm just looking for it to go up to 1.72 cents or 176. And probably get rejected there. Retesting this freaking area that broke out of this descending triangle there. Yeah, they kind of suck, but they turn into falling wedges, see? And then they turn bullish. If it just can get up here. I think it's going to find resistance here and have to play around a little bit lower. Oh my God, pick the right tool, Road Dog. Don't want to see that happen, but 75.5 cents maybe. Don't want to rule it out. Don't want to rule it out. If she's making that falling wedge gets rejected here, that's a possibility. Nice that we have a higher high. Maybe it won't happen that way. But she could. Just saying. Render. Juicy little buy zone here, finding support on the 366 moving average. Nicely fitting there. I'm looking at about $1.75, $1.75 there. Maybe it'll get some legs to go up above it. I doubt it since we just had the cross of the 50 over the 200. Usually we'll have to go through a little bit of accumulation. Go through some more rejection and a little bit more downside. I got a buy zone target about 70, starting at 70 cents. I think that's a yummy place. Not one I don't think to jump into now unless it's actually getting a bounce here, but I'm just not seeing it yet on the daily. I am starting to see it here on the 4 hour though. 4 hours looking a little promising for maybe that to happen, so maybe up to $1.90. Sweet. Let's throw that out there for a nice little short-term target. Stay still. All right, guys, the time is now 12:11. And I think I'm just going to call it a night. And thank you guys for hanging out with me. And I want you to go through these charts and just kind of screening the market, seeing what's up there and what's working and what's not. It's going to be an interesting weekend, it looks like. So we will check back in tomorrow night, see how the market is, and see if any of these juicy lower areas have been hit. Look for shorts, look for longs, and we'll start digging around a little bit and see if there's any Degen coins that are starting to look nice and juicy. I'll be checking in with what do you call these guys? Token metrics, yeah, those guys. Alright guys. Till tomorrow night, man, be blessed. Trade carefully, trade wisely, keep your eye on Bitcoin. Play with those squares and nines, man, they're fun. May God bless you and lead your path. Good night, everybody.
Come on, come here, bud. Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze. Every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like it's so ice, ice, ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Now if you gotta know the truth was gonna let you go. You was fine, never mind, unpredictable. Fade out of the ground, you ain't no one. You a star, blow it up like supernova. In the nighttime, hit my hotline. Sharing secrets, you wish really was part your life. Basic bullets, with no bullets.